Well, UT's been one of the best recruiting teams in the nation the last few years. In fact, they have more top 10 classes since 2015 than even the mighty UConn. And a big part of that recruiting prowess now joins us assistant coach and recruiting coordinator George Washington. Coach, when you talk about the classes you all have brought in the past few years since you have been here, I know there's not one magic bullet, but what's some of the biggest secrets to the success of recruiting?
Well, Karen's vision, clearly, and telling these kids what Karen's vision is and helping them buy into Karen's vision. And, you know, once they see that, they're all aboard.
What is some of that vision?
Well, it's about winning. It's about a winning culture. It's about family. It's about just, you know, us doing everything in our power to help them make the transition into adulthood and also being successful after college.
You've been with her now, Coach Aston, for 7 seasons.
Absolutely.
What are some of the biggest things you've learned from Coach?
Well, every day, to bring 100% every day. That's the first thing you learn when you meet Karen. And you know, in life, you say, well, I can go hard, you know, here and there, and it's kind of impossible to go 100% of the time. And when you meet her, you know it's possible to go 100% of the time.
Yeah, I mean, she seems like she's, and I've been to the practices where she's not only, you know, talking up the players, but the assistants as well, just all in all the time, always on go.
Absolutely, it's who she is. We have this kind of joke amongst the players that off the court Karen is completely different than the on the court Karen,
Right.
and she has so much fun off the court. But on the court, it's business.
It's all business.
Absolute business.
You know, when you look at this team, obviously your daughter, LeSean Higgs, was a big part of the team at the beginning of the season, unfortunately lost for the year due to injury. How is she recovering right now?
Well, she's doing well. Her spirits are really high, and she's working hard every day. She's working as hard as she would have worked if she was playing.
What did you say to her when that happened? I'm sure she had to be devastated when that first took place.
Well, yeah, it's a tough injury to deal with. You know, her first thought was, oh, everything's over. And I'm like, no, everything's not over.
Yeah.
You know, there is a future. It's still bright if you're willing to work. And it's an injury that my wife has gone through. My wife tore both ACLs throughout her basketball career. And so our family dealt with it pretty well. And LeSean is working hard.
And I've seen her on the bench during the games, too, still supporting the team. How important is that to the entire squad to have her as one of the veterans there still with the club?
Well, I think it's helped her a lot to be an emotional leader, you know, because she can't be on the floor. It's helped her a lot to just be there for her teammates and see the tough things that they go through and their successes and just be there and cheer them on and encourage them.
Now, does LeSean approve of your wardrobe on game days? Because you've been famous now for a while, for a few years, for coming out with the Gameday Vest whenever Texas has a basketball game, right?
Absolutely. I don't know of any child that approves of their parents' wardrobe.
I can relate to that.
But you know, she's okay with it. She's okay with it. She knows what it stands for.
Where did this tradition start? Because obviously, is this only on game days?
It's only on game days. It's battle attire. That's what I call it.
Where did that begin with? What was the inspiration?
It started when I was a high school coach. We were competing in a big time tournament, and I had this horrific, like blue and bright gold argyle sweater vest that I wore on the championship for the championship game, and
right.
we won. And from that day on, I was like, I'm going to wear a sweater vest on championship days.
And now it's a tradition, and in honor of that tradition, we've come up with a little game show here, a quick game show, a trivia here on LHN for you called Vest Friends. We're going to throw up a few vests and see if you can identify the famous vest wearer. We'll start right here. Very famous movie.
Oh, this is back in the day.
Yes.
This is back in the day.
What are we thinking here?
That might be my man, Ferris Bueller.
That is correct. We don't have a ding sound, but if we did, that would be playing. Ferris Bueller, very famous. We're going to get a little bit more
Great
difficult
movie.
here. Maybe a little less famous pop culture-wise, but sports-wise, still a very famous personality.
Yeah, I've seen that on the sidelines. It's not basketball, but that's a little football there. I think that might be Jim Tressel.
That is correct. Former coach of Ohio State, Jim Tressel, 2 for 2. We go back to the entertainment field. We're going to go to TV, one of my favorite shows growing up as a child. The suspenders here over the sweater may give it away.
Yeah, did I do that? That's Steve Urkel right there, buddy.
All you need is a pair of glasses. Yeah, we're good to go. Steve Urkel, and we wrap it up here in the cartoon world. Obviously, you know, we both have kids. Our kids could probably identify this. Can you?
That is, what is the guy's name?
Starts with a D.
Doug.
Very good. Hey,
Doug.
you got it. 4 for 4.
Yeah, that's Doug.
Yeah, we'll give you a free vest after the season comes to an end. Thanks so much, George Washington, assistant coach, for joining us here on Game Plan.